And in here is exactly where it's going to happen. Good evening, lovely.
Good evening. Now, here are all our students. There they are. If you don't want your favourite to leave, then you must vote for them when the lines open at the end of the show. This is how it works. The 10 with the most votes will automatically keep their place in the academy. But for the 3 with the least votes, their place is at risk. One will be saved by the teachers, and the other 2 will have to face the student vote to keep their place.
They certainly will. The teachers, of course, have an important part to play. So let's meet and greet them, lovely people. There they are, our academy teachers. There they are. Hello. And they're also joined by the legend that is Hebe BG, Robin Gibb. Should we get on with it?
Let's.
Before we come...
I have to agree.
It's all gone off.
I have to agree with Richard. It is a very important 1 minute, and you never get a second chance to make a first impression. And the thing about that is, it didn't blow me away. And I liked what you did the first time round when you did the Crowded House song, but this didn't show it off as much.
Robin Gibb, did she impress you?
I think she looks great, but I'm not so sure about the voice. I don't think it's got what it takes in the marketplace. And the song, I think it was the wrong song for you to sing, wasn't it? As I agree, the best Diana Ross song. And that's about it. To be fair, it wasn't the right song for you to do tonight. It was still too cabaret.
Is it enough to keep him in?
I'm not sure.
So what becomes of you, my love?
You've got a voice that sounds like a recording artist. You have to look at, in this business, for originality and style, and you've got that. And I think now you've got to look at the next few years, and I think you've got this to build on. I hope that performance was enough to get everybody at home to vote you through. I noticed, though, when you relax, the vocal tone, the style comes through, and you'd be a dream to record in the studio. I think it's better than the original.
It's better than the original.
I loved you the first time round. I like you this time round. I think you should be with a band. I think you know, fronting a band would be fantastic. You were great.
I mean,
to me, it was an average performance. I don't think it was as good as the performance that you did the first time round.
Good enough?
It may be good enough to keep.
Okay, it may be good enough. It's entirely up to you. Well played, Nick.
The bottom line is she's got a great voice, and I think she can develop from this point on. I'm not sure. I mean, it was a pleasant enough performance, and I think you look great, but I'm still not sure about the voice. I think you're definitely going to go in, and I think you've got a great voice.
See what you've done? You've riled the BG. You've riled the BG. He's starting.
Yeah, I mean, Carrie has been saying Alistair's nasal, and I think he is a little bit nasal, actually, but he has got a good
voice. When people hear a record on the radio, they either like it or they don't. They don't even have to see the act. They just like it, and they go out and buy it.
And you like that?
I liked it, yeah.
Okay. If you...
Yeah, I think you're going to be staying in, and I like the way you did the song, and yeah. Good.
David, completely.
I liked you the last time I saw you on that. It was a good presentation, but it didn't entirely blow me away.
I get that feeling no longer hide. There's nowhere to run.
I think you have a great stage voice. I think it would work better on the stage than a chorus.
Robin, is it enough?
I agree with that saying, but I don't know if it's really enough at this point.
Give me another chance.
All right?
Would you give her another chance then, Richard?
I know, I hear a great voice. It's just a great voice, and that's all there is to it. And you're staying in, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, people, them's the 13. Now, they all worked hard to get into the academy, but for one of them, it is nearly the end of the line. How do we decide who stays and who goes? It's very simple. The 10 students with the most votes will keep their place. The 3 with the least votes will face the tough ordeal. They'll be at the mercy of our teachers, who will decide which student to save. Then the remaining 2 will face their fellow students in the infamous student vote.
Okay, Audley, Gary, Louise, one of you will be going home tonight. How do we decide who goes? First, one of you will be saved by the teachers.
Okay, teachers, you have been watching the performances. You've seen them work hard over the last 3 days. Who deserves another chance? I'm going to come to each of you. You need to give me one name. Who's going to be saved? Robin.
I think I'm choosing this person because I think there's plenty of room for potential and development. I choose Gary.
Okay.
Louise, Simone and Lorna failed to be saved by the public, so ended up in the bottom 3.
Louise.
The lights are
love the way you treated the song. I think it was different. I think it was very brave, but I think it was great.
Why do you have to be a heartbreaker? Is it a lesson that I never knew? Gotta get out of the spell that I'm under. My love for you. Why do you have to be a heartbreaker when I was being what you want me to be?
Simone had a great voice, and Simone is like so many other artists in America and in Britain that are in the background, that have great voices and a great musicianship, and they have a remarkable career in what they do in session work and doing things for background voices, going on tour with artists, and they really are the backbone and foundation of a lot of artists on the road.
Academy's dark horse. Check out my t-shirt.
Dark horse, then.
Our own Robin Gibb will be taking his rightful place centre stage and performing one of his classics with 4 of the students. First, here's the moment Robin picked them.
The students get a surprise visit from a rather special guest.
Hello, everyone. Wonderful show. Great show. How are you all feeling?
We've been waiting to have a conversation with you.
Oh, we're not hostile.
Oh, no, of course not.
I'm going to be doing a masterclass. The 4 chosen to do that: Alex, Paris, Alistair, and Louise, because of the kind of song it is.
Everybody. BG Robin Gibb gives a masterclass to 4 of the students.
And how do you keep passionate about music? I mean, you've been in the so long.
I think you've got to treat everything you do like it's the first time you're going in the studio, or the first song you're writing. I think you have to do that. Keep the buzz going.
They rehearse the Bee Gees' hit You Win Again, which he will perform with the students on the live show.
I'll be following you. Oh, baby. Oh, girl.
What made you want to get into music in the first place?
We were very young. We weren't even teenagers. And we played games at writing songs. We played games at being pop stars. Imagined that we were pop stars, and we started writing songs. And that way, I think, it became an obsession. Then we got to a certain age and realised it was the only thing we could do anyway, so.
Nobody stops this party from taking you.
You better beware.
I gotta do that again, man.
It's the way you're singing it, you're putting your own style into the vocals, so, that's what you should be doing anyway. Paris, I like the way you did the bridge.
Learn it a little better. That's all.
Thank you so much for your time here, Robin.
You're all extremely talented, You're going to have long careers, and it's just a pleasure being here at the beginning. It's just having.
Next day, they sit down to rehearse their song.
The lead vocals is going to be hard for a female voice.
One day I'm gonna lift the cover and look inside your heart.
The way you're singing it, you're putting your own style into the vocals, so that's what you should be doing anyway.
There's no life on earth, no other could see me through. You win again, some never try, but if anybody can, we can.
You're not going to be judged on this or anything, it's just having fun singing Bee Gees songs. They'll probably be judging me, actually. They're going to be judging you. I won't be judged, but Richard will probably judge me afterwards.
Well, they've all been working hard. It's the moment you've been waiting for.
It certainly is. Singing You Win Again with Alex, with Paris, with Alistair, Louise. Please go BG bonkers for the man, the voice, the legend, Robin Gibb.
Couldn't figure why you couldn't give me what everybody needs. Shouldn't let you kick me when I'm down, my baby. Find out everybody knows that you've been using me. I'm surprised you let me stay around you. One day I'm gonna lift the cover and look inside your heart. We're gonna level before we go and tear this love apart. There's no fight, you can't fight this kind of love with me. You win again. so never try. But if anybody can, we can. And I'll be following you. Oh, girl. Oh, baby. I'm gonna shake you from now on. I'm gonna break down your defenses from power.
I'm gonna hit you from all sides, lay your fortune open wide. Nobody stops this body from taking you.
You better beware, I swear. Gonna be there one day when you fall. 'Cause I could never let you cast aside the greatest love of all. There's no fight, you can't fight this battle of love with me. You win again, so little time. We do nothing but complete. There's no life on earth, no other could see me through. You win again, so never try. But if anybody can, we can. And I'll be following you.
Hey! Okay. If you want to vote for Robin tonight, you can't, because he's already sold over 100 million albums. He doesn't need your vote. Have they got Mendel in here?
Selecting the students to sing You Win Again was a very hard process because I had to go in on my own when they were all sitting on the couch. And remember, a few weeks ago, there was a lot more of them. There was about 10 or 11 of them. And it felt quite intimidating. And I had to choose there and there on television who it was going to be. And I didn't want to leave anybody out. I just wanted to choose somebody that would be more suited to the style of the vocal of the song.
Could see me through. You win again, so never try. But if anybody can, we can. And I'll be following you. Oh, girl. Oh, girl. Oh, baby. I'm gonna shake you from now on. I'm gonna break down your defenses.
Hit you from all sides, lay your fortune open wide. Nobody stops this body from taking you.
You better beware, I swear. Gonna be there one day when you fall. 'Cause I could never let you cast aside the greatest love of all. There's no fight, you can't fight this battle of love with me. You win again, so little time. We do nothing but complete. There's no life on earth, no other could see me through. You win again, so never try. But if anybody can, we can. And I'll be following you.
Robin.
Well, I think it's because you have style, and I think that comes through with everything you do. So that's an important thing for an artist to have, and you've got it, and that was a good performance.
Character.
Was the problem perhaps the vest coupled with the leather jacket with the epaulette, do you think, Ron?
I think the problem with James is he's a pub singer. He sounds, if you were in a pub and you were having a drink, you wouldn't even listen to him. Yeah. And that's the problem. Not that he's bad or good, it's just indifferent. That's even worse.
Technically, he's got an okay voice, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
It's a bit dull to watch, isn't it?
You wouldn't listen to him if he wasn't on the show.
Are you sure? He's quite handsome, though. Girls like him.
I'm not talking about how he looks.
Right.
I'm just talking about his potential.
I think the wrong girls like him.
Robin, there you are. There was a shot of you nodding, looking delighted.
Nodding off, yeah.
No. Do you want to go to sleep now?
Now?
Yeah, no.
I thought I was nodding off now.
No, we'll do dancing.
So I'm confused. I don't know whether I'm there or here.
Okay, no, you're here, darling. Do a roly-poly. Wake him up. I can't bear it.
That's the 70s for you, isn't it?
Yeah. Crazy. What did you think of Alex tonight? Because last week...
Well, Alex has always had a style which has gone right through the show. And I always think that if you've got it, even with the songs that you wouldn't necessarily be doing if you had a career, you would still shine through. You would still hear the style and the quality of the artist.
Do you think she's progressed enough, though? Because some people have said, yeah, she's very good, but she's sort of the same as when she came in.
Vocal tone is very important. She's got vocal tone. You know, and people who have vocal tone always use the width through somehow, because they don't have to be perfect singers and they have a good vocal tone.
Okay, Jonathan, Alex, what do you think?
I think she's great. I have no idea what vocal tone is, but I'm agreeing with him. If you have the vocal tone, then you don't need anything else, because the vocal tone is very good.
John Lennon had a vocal tone, and Rod Stewart.
What do you mean? It means like a style of singing.
Yeah, when you hear them on the radio, you know that's.
You know that
that makes sense. Why didn't you say that?
I just said it.
So now we know.
Carolyn, Paris and Peter failing to make the public vote, the teachers were faced with a very tough choice.
Based on tonight's performance, I have to say Peter.
Okay.
The teachers unanimously saved Peter and the students saved Carolyn, ending Paris's journey in the academy.
And that was a shock to me, because Paris was an exceptional talent in so much that he had the kind of quality that would work in America, and which is very important. Not that the others don't have that, because I think they do, but Paris just had that particular brand of star quality that would really work well with record companies. Here we are. This is the Top of the Pop studio. I think you have to be on Top of the Pops to be a credible pop star. I think it's part of, it's a British institution.
I'm actually doing a link on, when they say, and now it's so-and-so, and I'm quite worried about it. In case I get it wrong. James is what they put. James. I thought it was James, so that's nice. Never mind.
What you find on Top of the Pops is you have to speak quite loudly, because there's like loads of kids in there screaming, and you'll find you can't even hear yourself talk. How many times would you estimate that you've been on Top of the Pops?
Well, I've been told today 62 times.
Hey, Robin, he thinks he's touch and go tonight. What do you think?
I thought it was a nice performance of the Beatles song Something, and I think you did your best on it. I don't say it was outstanding, but it was a good version. It was nice.
Is he going to be here next week?
Unfortunately, what Richard is saying to a great degree is right. It is a tough business out there, and it is about making records and what people hear on the radio. The performance, while it was energetic and spirited, as they've always been, it didn't really have what the other performances had that you've done before. So it didn't really work.
Hang on. So what are we saying? Are we saying this is not good enough to be in the final next week?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So when you say it didn't have what the others have, do you mean in terms of presence, vocally? Do you mean in terms of performance, in terms of attitude? What do you mean?
Well, everything in general. She didn't excel what she had in the other performances prior to tonight. It just didn't show it in that performance. You started off a bit nervous. It sounded that way. But the quality of your voice shone through. And it doesn't really matter. Sometimes some of the most successful artists in the world will be nervous and they won't do their best on the show. But if the talent is there, if the voice is there, it won't matter. It'll come through. And you did.
Okay, very quickly, David.
Well, again, I have to say it. I've always loved your voice, and that was one of the best performances tonight.
Robin, which one did you prefer?
I prefer the second one. I like the first one, I Only Want to Be With You, but it was just a strange song for a duet. I don't know why it didn't work that way for a duet, for me anyway.
Maybe they only want to be with...
Perhaps.
Yeah. You?
Maybe only want to be with me, yeah. But I think they were both very good.
Okay. We've only had the pleasure of their company for one more night, so show your love for the Academy teachers. A man who is one of the most successful recording artists in history, he be the legend that is BG Robin Gibb.
I agree. I thought it was one of your best performances. A little nervous, but you've got better every time you've done the show, and you're in the top 3. So I liked it, but then I've always liked Alistair's voice. I think he's got a great recording voice.
Performance?
Yeah, it is. I think it is a difficult song to sing. It is a group song, but I think you handled it very well. I mean, if you were singing on stage, you'd have the same kind of obstacles, trying to hear yourself above the crowd and acoustics, and I think you did a good job on it. Absolutely superb for me. I thought that was great. You've come leaps and bounds since the beginning. It was just tremendous.
Yeah. Every week they've watched every move, the progress. Let's get the thoughts on those 3 songs.
Carolyn, I thought you were better the second time with that song. I thought it was an absolutely tremendous performance. Alistair, I've always liked your voice, so, I mean, you can sing anything for me, and I like it. But based on a good performance, and Alex, superb. Excellent performance, and I think that song was perfect for your voice. And I loved it. It was fun. I loved it. Again, I think you're performing some of the best parts of your ability are shining tonight. But I think it's because it's the last show, and this is where it all ends. So
Okay. Do you think that she's done the song proud?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
When I heard that for the first time, I knew that you had the ability and the skill to write a pop song, and that proves it. And there was another song you sang too before that, wasn't it? So you've definitely got the skill. You could take that forward and develop that, and I think you will. I think you do have the potential to be a great songwriter.
Okay, Robin. Obviously, we know Alistair Moore is the songwriter. That's the first time we've actually heard Alex.
Excellent. Is that the first song you've written, or is it just one of the many songs you've written? Well, that's fine. That was fabulous. That was terrific. And the performance of it was terrific as well.